is my friend Evan. He applied ED2, so I asked him to tell us his stuff for variety. So, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I took the SAT. I did not take the ACT. On the SAT, I got a 1570, an 800 on the reading, and then a 770 on the math. I did take a bunch of subject tests, but I did not submit any of them. So I took 2 AP tests my junior year. I took AP Bio and I took Calculus BC. I got a 4 on both of those, and on the BC I got an AB sub score of 4 also.
Those are the only ones you submitted?
Yeah, well, after senior year I submitted physics, which was also a 4, but that didn't really matter because I had already gotten in. Outside of those, I took so I took AP Bio, AP Calculus, AP Physics, AP Latin, and AP English, and that's it. Yeah, so I took 5 APs, but my high school only offered like 7 or 8, so.
Nice. What about like your grades? Like, did you get B's?
So our school didn't weight GPAs, so it was out of 4, and I was a 3.99. So I did all A's except an A minus. Extracurriculars. Okay, my extracurriculars were not that strong. 3 years of varsity baseball. I was the captain senior year, and then I played 2 years of club baseball. I was a copy editor for our high school newspaper, The Graphic. I was like a member of our class's student council. I was like a umpire for Little League Baseball for 4 years. And I also was a camp counselor at a summer camp for 2 years.
So why did you do ED2 here?
I did ED2 here because I did not get into my ED1 school.
Alright. You don't have to say it. Doesn't matter. You didn't get into your ED1
Well, yeah,
school.
I didn't get into my ED1, but then I applied ED2 to Tufts instead of regular because that was like pretty much my second choice. And I thought it would give me a better chance of getting in than RD. And I was pretty certain I wanted to go, so.
Did you visit Tufts beforehand, or?
Yeah, my sister is a current junior, so I've been like a couple times, and I liked it.
Oh yeah, where are you from?
I'm from Amherst, Massachusetts, home of UMass Amherst and Amherst
so he's
College.
in region.
Yeah.
Tufts admits like a ton of Mass people, so. Essays?
Okay, Tufts has like 2 supplemental essays. The first one, I don't even know what the prompt is.
Why Tufts, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay. The first one is why Tufts. This one, I think, was only like 150 characters.
Words.
And then...
Characters.
Oh, oops. That's like one sentence.
That's like a tweet.
The first one is 150 words, and the second one was it wasn't optional. It was like...
You didn't
can
have
choose,
to do it.
You had to do it, but you had to choose between 3 different things. The third one was just tell a story about yourself. Yeah.
That's what I did.
So I did that one because...
Yeah.
I'm so quirky like that.
I mean, I did too, so I don't think you're quirky.
Okay. I'm gonna have to read it slow because I'm bad at reading. Okay. Throughout my sister's first year at Tufts, I'd heard about many of her positive experiences in the classroom and community. But throughout my college search, I'd heard the same from countless other schools and wondered what made Tufts unique, until I visited Tufts through Voices. Oh shit, I should probably explain what that is. Yeah, in the fall of my senior year, I did like this program, this like diversity program, where they pay for you to come to campus and you spend a night and you go to like fake classes and stuff.
Oh, is that the fly-in?
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of people do that I know. So
I did that.
Yeah, and I heard that. Did they interview you then?
Yeah, that was also like it was a weird thing. We did a group interview, so there were like 6 or 7 students, and then a couple of like admissions people, and they were just taking notes. while they asked us questions. It was kind of weird because I didn't know that was happening.
Yeah, I think that affects your. I think if you do well in the interview, that helps you if you do this, because my other friend did the fly-in too, and she was saying how there was an interview and stuff like that, and she killed it, as she says. So if you do that, if you have the chance, I don't know if they're doing that this year, but you should probably. It would probably really increase your chances of getting in.
They're doing it virtually this year.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I think I bodied that interview too. I'm really bad at it was because I didn't know that it was actually happening,
Yeah.
and so I wasn't like pooping my pants.
No, you can say that.
Okay, because I did like interviews for a couple other schools, but they didn't go well because I was too nervous and I didn't know what I was saying. But I thought my Tufts group interview was good. I think that helped.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to apply for that program, but I don't know. Okay, I guess I'm gonna start over then. Okay, throughout my sister's first year at Tufts, I'd heard about many of her positive experiences in the classroom and community. But throughout my college search, I'd heard the same from countless other schools and wondered what made Tufts unique until I visited Tufts through Voices. After arriving and embarking on a scavenger hunt, a student approached my group, having noticed our obvious confusion. She asked if we need assistance and pointed us toward our destination. Soon after, another student offered his help as well. Then another did the same. As the day continued, it seemed that everyone wanted to know how our experience had been and if there was anything we needed. It was on that cold and windy afternoon that I learned what makes Tufts special. Everyone's genuine desire to help showed me that Tufts was a place where collaboration was truly put over competition, somewhere I wanted to be.
That's good. I think that they liked your essay because it was deeply personal to Tufts as a school. Like,
Sure, that makes sense.
Well, it shows that you are thinking about Tufts, and it's not just a general essay that you're copy and pasting.
Yeah. It definitely helped that I could write about an experience where I was actually on campus. I wasn't speculating about things.
Yeah, and I feel like you got it helped you capture the vibe of Tufts, and then.
I guess I'll read the second one now. For a little bit of context, I applied to the engineering school, and for the second one, I kind of just wanted to explain why I was applying to the engineering school. Okay. Oh, and this one is a little longer, but not super long. Okay. It's all in the present tense. That's awkward. For years, I have been interested in engineering. I've always loved my math and science classes, from chemistry to calculus and biology. In addition, I still remember the introductory engineering class that I took in my freshman year, loving the opportunity to use math and science to make wind turbines and hydraulic arms with my own hands. However, it was through my job at my town's Department of Public Works that I learned to see engineering through a new lens. One of my duties was collecting trash from every public barrel in town, and while riding in our mustard yellow truck for the first few days, I was embarrassed. I felt like I was above the work and struggled through it. As I collected more barrels, though, I couldn't help but notice a pattern. At every stop, barrels were full to the brim just a day after I'd emptied them last. An endless cycle. Furthermore, the trash itself was just like trash I could have easily produced myself. Pizza boxes, styrofoam cups, plastic bottles, and more. I soon realized that I wasn't above this work at all. It was the least I could do to fix a problem I'd helped create, our mounting waste and changing climate. The amount of waste created by me and by other ordinary people like me is truly astronomical and has a lasting impact on our environment. I found in this smelly job a desire to help both my community and environment, supplementing my interest in engineering. And through studying environmental engineering in college, I hope to further my understanding of the way that humans can use technology to benefit not only ourselves but our environment as well.
I like that one. I think it worked because it describes you as a person, why you're passionate about things, which is kind of the theme of all the essays I've heard, including mine. So I guess the takeaway is be detailed about why this is so. I know everyone says this, but you got to pick out what makes a school stand out from other schools, and that community that's in, you know. And then you also need to say something about yourself that so a stranger wouldn't just be able to know, you know.
Yeah, I felt like I liked the second one because like I did good in math and science in high school, which is like basically what engineering is, but my extracurriculars weren't especially like targeted toward science or math or anything. Like I wasn't part of like science olympiad or anything. So like I kind of wanted to just make sure that they knew that I actually wanted to be in the engineering school, and so I felt like I could use this essay to show them that, you know.
Good plan.
Yeah.
Oh, so you are in the engineering school? Right?
Yeah, because I'm literally in your engineering class.
But I'm in the engineering class and I'm not in the school.
Wait, what?
I'm in arts and sciences. Any
Cool.
advice
For
writing essays and stuff?
for writing essays, coming from someone who's a science person, not a. Oh, you have Nutella? I have the same thing. Okay, yeah, I put my Nutella in the fridge, but it literally froze.
Yeah, no, why wouldn't it freeze?
No, but it's not supposed to freeze. It's supposed to
No,
be
it-
like firm. It literally was frozen in my fridge. It was so cold.
I bet your fridge temperature is
I think I did set it too low. Okay,
Wait, I put Nutella in my coffee this morning and it was good.
really?
Yeah, you should try it. It was like a mocha.
Oh shit. Okay, we'll do that. What was I talking about?
Advice?
Advice? Oh, start your college essay early. I did that. I started it in the summer of before my senior year, so that was helpful. And be willing to listen to people's feedback. Like I was pretty stupid and like didn't want to listen to people's feedback so much because I was tired of writing the essay because I'm bad at writing. But get as many people as you can to read it and get their comments. So yeah, because like a lot of times things that make sense in your brain don't make so much sense on paper.
Oh, you actually started like in the summer?
Yeah, pretty much.
Really?
Like in August.
Bro, I did mine like a month before.
Yeah, if I did mine a month before, it would have been so bad. It would have been worse than it already was, which was not strong.
I mean, this is why you're in engineering and I'm in arts and
Yeah.
sciences. I hope you guys find this helpful. Oh, it's kind of cool because we have engineering kid, and then my other friend, Lauren, is arts and science kid. So, and then me, of course. So it's a nice. Anyways, enjoy Lauren's section next. Bye.
Follow me on Instagram.
Bro, don't plug yourself.
I post once every 2 years.
I bet you're private.
Yeah, I am. Just kidding. Don't follow me on Instagram. It's not an engaging Instagram at all. Okay, bye.
Can you hit the end button? Hi everyone.
Howdy.
This is my friend Lauren. She's gonna read. What are you gonna read?
I can read my supplements.
You want to see your stats or no?
Yeah, I will. So I took the ACT. I didn't take the SAT. I only took it once, but I didn't submit it. I took the ACT, and I made a 34 on the ACT. You have to submit your individual sections of like what you made on each part. I only submitted one ACT score, but like obviously you can do more if you want to. I also submitted my AP scores. I submitted calculus, German, APUSH, AP European history, and AP language submitted. I made 5s on 2 of them and then 4s on the rest. I don't know my GPA, but I was a national merit finalist, but I also live in Mississippi, so it wasn't particularly hard to do that. But also, like, if you get if you submit like only your good scores, and then I know for Tufts you can send all of your scores later, So, like, even if you made a 3 on one of your exams and you don't want to put it in your Common App, if you get in, you can still use it as credit when you send over your scores.
Yeah, like
So-
this is just to like impress the college.
Yeah.
But later on, you can just send whatever you'll get credit for it.
Okay. Okay, so I was on the school newspaper all 4 years of high school. The last 2 years, I was the.
Bro, you were on the.
Do you know what that
You're
is?
kidding? Yes, we. Oh my god, that's like a
from
paper.
We're talking
Is
about
it?
the same charger?
Are we? That's fine.
Okay, so yeah, I was associate editor of the newspaper for 2 years. My last year, I was opinions editor, and I also won like a couple of awards and stuff like that. So I like included that in my description. I did theater. I put that in there and like talked about what I usually did. I was the president of our Model UN club and the president of Anchor Club, which is like another type of beta club. I was in the Students for Alzheimer's Club, and like I would go and talk to the people at the old folks home with dementia and Alzheimer's. I included some other things like summer programs I did, like my past jobs, and also like I know that this isn't like technically related to like activities, but I included like stuff like homecoming court, because I feel like if you only list like, oh, here's all the community service and here's all the like my grades and stuff, like obviously like that looks really good, but it's also important to show that you're like rounded and like you have other interests besides school and resume building. So I think it's important to like, if you have something like that, like to include it. So the first question was why Tufts, and it's like 100 to 200 words, so it's not really long. And also the important thing to remember is like they don't really want to hear about like why, like about the college, like they know, like it's like they want to hear about like why do you want to go to the college, not like about things that like the college does itself. They'd rather know like okay, so like you like that, but like why? So I'll read mine. Why Tufts might be the easiest question I've had to answer on my college applications besides what my own name is. When our tour guide began telling us the history behind the school's mascot, Jumbo, I knew I was in the right place. Tufts campus was full of iconic pieces of history which piqued my interest even more. Tufts' focus on taking your work seriously, not yourself, really impacted me. I've always been a silly and energetic person, but I know when it's time to focus and learn. I hope to learn from Professor George Elmore in a biology class, so I can potentially hear his guest of the week, even if it is a plant, give a lecture about its own anatomy. Tufts feels like a place I could flourish both in my personality and my academics. So like, I like specifically called out like a professor in the biology department to like show that I knew stuff about the school. And also like quirky, you know?
Yeah, just to add on, I think the why this school was really confusing for me, because I would basically, my first few drafts was just me listing all the shit that I liked. But what you want to do is you want to say maybe 2 things that you like, especially because the White House one is like, what, 100 words?
Yeah, it's short.
Yeah, you want to list and then describe how it connects to you. Like, don't be like, I want to go to Tufts because this very like detailed, like intense thing. Like, sure, that will work, but you want to say like why you're interested in it, because they want to know about you, if that makes sense.
Also, like, I feel like Tufts application is different than other colleges because they like don't care if it's like something completely like random, like they want to hear about it, and they'd rather it be completely random and like something that actually relates to who you are than something that's like so structured and like basically lifeless. So
yeah. Okay, so here's my why Tufts. It's 100 to 150 words. I don't know what it'll be this year. Tufts' encouragement to explore interests broadly and deeply caught my eye because I have a confession. I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. When I think of how time-consuming it was to animate 20 seconds of footage during an art program, I want to become a computer scientist to create software to streamline that process. When I learn about a black hole that births stars, I want to delve deeper into physics and shed light, pun intended, on the mysteries of the universe. I'm curious about so many things that to narrow my interest down to just one seems unfair to the rest. At Tufts, I wouldn't need to fit into just one box. Tufts' interdisciplinary approach, from coursework across different subject matter to hands-on research opportunities to study abroad programs, will give me the tools to explore my interests wherever they lead me.
Oh, that was good.
Thank you. I think I went too listy. I like how I said, like why I want to be a computer scientist and then why I want to delve deeper into physics. Because I have experience to back that up. Like I have my physics coursework and like AP tests, and then I have like that program I put. But for things like Tufts interdisciplinary approach from coursework to blah 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 blah, I would have just cut that. Like we get it, like they have that. I would have said something more specific to me. But it worked, I guess. So.
Yeah. Okay, there were like two different ones. One of them was about like what is something you could talk about endlessly, what do you care about and why.
Yeah.
And then I guess yours is
we all have a story to tell, and with 5,000 undergrad students on our campus, that's over 5,000 stories. Share what's yours.
Okay. So what do I care about and why? Basically, everyone told me, like my advisors told me not to write this, but I did anyway, and I got in. So write about what you want. Don't listen to like what people tell you unless it's like good advice. Okay. It may seem simple, but I could endlessly talk about music. At times, it feels like nothing can perfectly describe how I feel besides music. My music taste is expansive and ranges from R&B to indie music. I've been lucky enough to grow up in the South, which is the birthplace of some of the best musicians in the world. Being surrounded by authentic musicians during my childhood helped formulate my fascination for music, lyrics, and the culture behind it. Music helps me envision beyond the limits of my small town and small southern state. I adore the unity and motivation that music can instill into anyone, even if they come from different backgrounds. I believe this type of connection that music can form is essential to applying to other areas of life. Most people, including myself, form a deep connection with some type of music at one point in their lives. If we can all be so easily connected by sounds and beats, the potential it has for healing could be so much more. As someone who hopes to be a neuroscientist, I want to explore the boundaries of what music can do for ourselves, whether that is helping a mute person find comfort in speaking again, or getting someone through trauma. I could talk endlessly about the importance of the healing power music has in my life and how I want to bring that into the lives of others. So that connected back to like, because it asked you what you want to major in, I said cognitive and brain science. So I like tied it in to my overall like application.
Yeah, I like that. It was very like different. So also for these, I had a hard time writing it in like an essay style. So what I recommend is just write the way that you write best. So I know you had kind of like an expository style, but mine was more like a narrative. So I'll tell you. I have like quotes and like stuff. Okay, so I'm always surprised when someone asks the dreaded, "What are you?" I respond with American or human. The person will usually be taken aback, perhaps regretting the indelicately phrased question, while I feel obligated to laugh to lighten the mood. Of course, the person really wanted to know what ethnicities had come together to form this face. Pale freckled skin, double-lidded, so brown they're almost black eyes. I settle with the facts. My mother is Korean and my father is Dutch. With the question capitalized, I always feel a snap, like I'm being wrenched out of a dream where divisions like that don't exist. Ignorance is bliss, and the question forces me to admit that I feel neither Korean nor Dutch. Like me, my English teacher is mixed heritage, but unlike me, he boldly answered the question in class following Diane Burns's, "Sure, you can ask me a personal question." I don't know. Had I heard him right, where teachers were allowed to say that? He continued, "I want to say that I'm one or the other, but I'm not, and I'm not neither as well, and that's okay. I don't need to know to be true to myself." His response haunted me even after class ended. His answer was my answer's genuine counterpart. He didn't know, and it didn't bother him. I won't say I have an answer now, and when asked again, I'll probably answer the same as I always have. But maybe as I grow into myself, one day there will be an answer. So, again, I started like with an expository style, but it just felt clunky and awkward, so I thought the quotes and everything made it flow a little bit better. And that's just more natural for me, so I think it turned out better. Thank you.
I really liked that.
Thank you. Okay, so I guess my advice So Tufts is obviously the school I ended up choosing, but the thing is, I didn't like visit or anything. So for me, it was really hard to like get a sense of the school and like what about it like drew me in. So like obviously you can watch like YouTube videos and like whatever the school puts on their website. But if the draw to the school is that you know is just the academics and the programs, just go for it. Because I always thought that was like, oh, everyone's gonna do that. But the truth is, at Tufts at least, everyone I talked to has visited the school before. They all like toured and were like, yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I
So-
talked about this statue, like that was not related to academics. So like it definitely varies. Like I just think that like there's so much pressure around it, but like just write what you think you should write. And like someone else will tell you if it's horrible, so like don't worry too much about that. Just like worry about like what you want to write about.
And I remember I had like 3 different people reading my essays and stuff, and I definitely cried multiple times.
Yeah, no, that's like normal. That's a part of the process for sure.
Yeah, because a lot of what they want is information you don't just give out to a stranger like that. So for me at least, it was really hard just being genuine and like open about who I am.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the essays and the writing are like the most important part of your application. So that's where you need to show who you are. Because like without that part, like you're not going to get in anywhere. So like just remember that that's the part that you need to like just put your heart and soul into.
Okay, so I also submitted an art portfolio. If you spend time on it, submit it. That's my advice.
Word.
So, for some reason I needed an art resume. I don't know if they looked at it, but I'll tell you like what I put anyways, because I did submit it. So it just says my name, address, phone number, email, etc. Skills. Highly proficient in digital art tools, including Adobe Photoshop, Adobe InDesign, Clip Studio Paint, Wacom Intuos Pro Creative Pen Tablet, Artist XP Pen 11.6. Proficient in DSLR, digital photography, including Fujifilm X-T3, that's the camera I use, Canon EOS 80D, Canon Rebel I-T7, Canon Rebel T7. Proficient in drawing and painting techniques, including acrylic, chalk, and charcoal on a variety of mediums, such as canvas, cement, what the
Why
fuck?
that scared me. Someone just slammed the door.
Cement and paper. Okay, experience. School newspaper. Graphic arts editor, co-photo editor, page editor. I just put my artistic positions. Obviously, it was the other editors too, but that's not relevant for an art resume. And I said the year, August, whatever, to present. That's a lie. I mean, it's a lie now. And then I just said what I did. So I was like, drew editorial cartoons, graphics, blah, blah, blah. Took photography, designed pages, and then mentored people. I put the art program I went to. I put the dates, and then I did a little description. And then I said studio art elective. I only did that for 1 year, but it was the only academic art class that I went to, because mostly I'm self-taught. And then I also went to like a camp sort of when I was younger, not that much younger, but like freshman year at the local museum. And other, I said hired by high school administration as photographer for school events, honorable mention in a journalism convention competition, finalist for NPR's Capital Public Radio print radio competition. I got money from that, so if you want to see my artwork, comment below. I'm not going to show it here because that's just annoying, and I wasn't like in SMFA, so I don't actually know how much it helped me, except to show that I'm like layered.
Yeah.
Okay, so thanks for watching. I hope this helped everyone. And if you have questions, comments, etc., you can DM me on Instagram or Twitter, comments below, and I'm going to be making another video on how I got into like NYU and some other schools.
You did?
You didn't watch my college decision reactions video?
No, I.
Wow.
Oh, I'm such a fake fan.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.